In this video, I'll be covering everything that you may have missed in the new Amber Light Sunkissed update. If you completed all of the Royal Highland relics before logging into the update, you should automatically receive the new Royal Hunter nameplate as a reward for maxing out all relics to tier 5. After you log into the game, I would suggest that you run up to the bulletin board to get the quest to talk to Ani. Yes, you may notice that this footage was recorded the day of the update, so everything was a little bit broken, as you can see Ani halfway through the ground. At least the game didn't crash at this point, so I'll take that as a win. The biggest addition to this update is definitely the Shimmerflies. If you haven't started looking for them yet, they are scattered pretty much all around Kilima Village. And they are kind of hard to miss as they stand out as a bright white butterfly. One thing I noticed is that they seem to spawn in many of the same locations as the ladybugs. That means if you are using an insect lure, you can farm both of these at the same time and have a chance of earning both plushies instead of chasing them down individually. However, if you do not want to use a lure, you can simply just run around killing them, catching them without any trouble. I haven't gotten the plushie yet, but I also haven't spent too much time farming them, because my original plan was to wait until Insectapalooza, which runs from August the 17th through the 24th. The only problem is I'm not for sure if the Shimmerflies will still be around then, so I'm going to have to start farming them. As far as I know, they are supposed to represent a migration event. Because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they remove them in the next update or two. And Singularity 6 hasn't confirmed whether these are permanent or temporary, but so far my best guess is they are temporary and may return like an annual event, which is fine. Just a tip, if you're having any trouble with the bulletin board as far as cooking or any of the vegetables, don't worry. All you have to do is go to Battlroo's farm and purchase what you need directly from the register. If by chance you have wondered why the bulletin board seems like it's giving you random items, there's actually a reason. Those are materials to use for crafting the new tents. To get these, you're going to have to go to Tish's Furniture Shop, go to the register at the shop, and scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll find all the new tents there. They cost 1,500 gold each. When previewing the tents, I didn't notice a huge visual difference between some of the color variants. It mostly looked like the primary color changed, but the others didn't change. At this point, I have so many tents that it's honestly getting hard to remember which ones I actually crafted. Thankfully, the game does show you which ones you own or don't own. And I pretty much only used 3 of the tents out of all of them anyway. Instead of rewarding the tents directly, the bulletin board gives you the Shimmering Garden recipe. This recipe will cost you 1,000 essence to make. Personally, I would have preferred it to be Amber Echo, but I guess it's just another reason for us to go back to the Elder Woods. Once you crafted it, you can place it down on your housing plot. Because I wanted to put mine inside this tree, but the game wouldn't allow for it. So it seems like it has to be placed on the ground. I end up placing mine on the walkway, and it actually looks pretty nice. Now you can craft multiple of these, which I plan on doing when I get the essence, and make it even bigger. Once you place these, it creates a small garden full of Shimmerflies. They will be sitting on the ground until you walk by, and then they start flying around, which is pretty cool. The banners are from the Amber Echo register, and banners cost 500 gold each. You can actually go ahead and buy the banners and craft them for your housing plot. To be honest, I was surprised at how inexpensive these were to craft. I was expecting them to require a lot of new materials, but instead they require mostly older resources like silk, which is pretty good. And of course, this is what each of the banners look like. And I have to say, I actually really like these. I think they're some of the coolest decorations they've come out with that are pretty simple. The only thing is I'm not 100% sure where to put them yet, so that's going to be a task for a different day. Now, let's take a look at the Lunar Path. One reward that you may have noticed is the Butterfly Wing Potion. This is a purely cosmetic potion, and it gives your character these big dark purple wings. But unfortunately, that's all they do. They don't glide or fly. I tried it. You will get 2 of these potions for free. However, if you purchase the premium path, you will get 5 more for a total of 7. If you somehow need more after that, you can buy another 5 for 130 Palia coin, which is kind of crazy. Personally, I don't see a point. I think they should have added this as a crafting recipe using in-game materials instead of a premium purchase, but that's just me. Maybe they'll add that later, we'll see. The path will also include these new roses, and I absolutely love these. I think these are the best flowers that we've had put in the game in a long time. Not only can you plant them, you can harvest the seeds from them and continue to grow more, which is great. And there's 2 different types. There's a pink rose and a red rose. As for the premium path itself, I was excited at first. I really liked the eye designs and the hairstyles, but beyond that, it wasn't really for me. The cool thing is we do get one of the eye designs, which is really awesome. So I'll take that and leave the other one. But I really wanted the hairstyle. The nameplate is fine, but I've never really cared much for nameplates. The Shimmerflies sunglasses are okay. I'm not a huge fan of putting sunglasses or any type of glasses on my characters, so I'm not missing anything with that. And not only that, but we already have different types of butterfly glasses anyway. However, the decorative choppas are probably my favorite thing on here, but I already knew that as soon as I seen them. The dark wisteria trellis looks very nice. Although when I unlocked it, the game said it gave me a recipe. But unfortunately, it does not show up in my crafting station, so I'm guessing that's a bug. The tool skins are breadsticks. I'm sure people will like that, but that's just not really my thing. As far as the Frogbert plushie, I like it, but I can live without it. Totally fine. And I'm sure they'll add some way of getting that into the game for free. I don't know why. The dress itself looks cool. It's just the idle pose looks weird. Overall, it's not bad. The goggles. These feel completely out of place to me. I don't remember Beauty and the Beast ever having a steampunk aesthetic to it. Maybe in the Grimm fairy tales, I don't know. Either way, they just aren't something I'd personally see myself wanting to use always. Maybe every once in a while. And finally, let's talk about the new Rift Rock. So based on what viewers have told me from my last video, along with some additional research, it appears in order to get a new Phoenix Fire Rift Rock, you'll need first a original Rift Rock and a Phoenix Fire Dawnspire. The next thing you'll need is each of these mounts have to have the trait open-minded. Once you have that trait on both of your animals, you will be able to breed them. You'll breed a Phoenix Fire Dawnspire with a Rift Rock, and that will give you the Phoenix Fire Rift Rock. Now, just a caveat, I do not know if you have to have it on both animals. That's what I'm finding out. As far as the Phoenix Fire Rift Rock, it just drops the same thing as regular Rift Rocks. If you're not going to get the premium license, then it may not even be worth it for you. That's totally up to you. And that is pretty much everything that I know of from this update. Hopefully future updates go a lot smoother than the last couple. At least everything was fixed faster than last time. So kudos to them for that. I guess that's a wrap on this video. So if you found it helpful or you just enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like and share it with others, as I truly appreciate it and it does help the channel grow. As always, stay safe, stay cozy, but most importantly, have fun gaming.